With the gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes on his amendment.
Thank you, Chairman. And given the conversation that just occurred, I'll be brief. My amendment also is focused on making sure that first responders, and particularly firefighters, have the information that they need to do their jobs effectively when they are called in to address a fire at a chemical facility. So I want to thank the chairman and Representative Lee for reintroducing the chemical facilities from terrorist attacks, securing chemical facilities from terrorist attacks Act. Of course, it's something that we all support, but I'm glad to hear that we also all support the principle that if local firefighters, municipal firefighters, are going to be asked to fight fires at these chemical facilities, they have a right to know what they're facing so that they can do their jobs effectively. And unfortunately, we have seen real-world consequences of people losing their lives because they were called in to fight fires at chemical facilities without knowing what was in there. Most notably in West Texas, several years ago, where a dozen firefighters lost their lives in a chemical explosion, and the subsequent investigation found that if they had known the exact nature of what was in there, that tragedy may have been avoided. So my amendment clarifies that DHS has a clear statutory obligation to provide first responders and other appropriate local officials with the information they need about CFAS facilities in their communities so that they can do their jobs as safely as possible. And if there is going to be a subsequent conversation about a follow-up piece of legislation to modernize this act, then I ask that this amendment be considered in relation to that as well. And with that, I'll yield back.
The gentleman yields. Does anyone else wish to speak on the amendment?